today is day... I don't even know what day it is anymore. 17? 18? Something like that. Of the month of Stephen Graham Jones. And I am reviewing Sterling City. This is, as you can tell, a novella. And, do not be like me and don't read the back of the book. I went into this novella thinking it was going to be a young adult horror novella, because, let's face it, this cover looks a little bit young adultish. But what this... Jesus Christ, cat. What this story actually is, it is actually a science fiction novella, which is quite surprising, to me at least. But what this novella follows is a man whose wife left him, and he is trying to keep his farm going, and he's just kind of going through the motions and just trying to just continue living as much as he can while he is lamenting the loss of his wife and still yearning after her, because his wife left him for their neighbor. So he still sees her pretty much all the time across the way. And the interesting thing about this novella is that something turns up at his farm, and it is a caterpillar, for lack of a better term, and he's just having to deal with this creature on his farm while he's dealing with his wife having left him. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else I can say about it without giving anything away. Like I said, it's a science fiction, but it's also a little, honestly, kind of Lovecraftian in a little bit of a way, at least what I know of Lovecraft, because when I originally read this, I didn't get it. I didn't like it. I was very underwhelmed by it. But then I read The Backbone of the World, which Fine from Fine Reads actually did a review of that story a couple of days ago, and I'll leave a link to that specific video down below. And after having read that story, soon after reading this, a while back, I kind of looked at this with a new lens. Because The Backbone of the World is kind of Lovecraftian in a way. And I think that this is Lovecraftian sci-fi-esque in its narrative storytelling. And I came to really, really appreciate it after that fact. Yeah, and I came to really appreciate it, and I enjoyed it that much more in context of reading some of his other works. So if you didn't know, Stephen Graham Jones, he writes a lot. There's just an absolute breadth of works in regards to quantity, as well as just genre-wise to his works. So you're not gonna find everything that like hits 100% all the time. So it's really interesting to read something like this, have a less than stellar experience with it initially, because you're so used to kind of those jaw-dropping works that you come to this and you're a little underwhelmed, but then you read another work by him that really informs your experience even after the fact of another work. In this case, it was Backbone of the World with Sterling City for me. And it's just, I really like how, not just with Stephen Graham Jones, but with writing in general, works either by the same author or even other author influences on an author can really inform a work. And I think that is so cool. If you also like Stephen Graham Jones, or you want to get into Stephen Graham Jones at some point, this might actually be a good one. If you want something very easy, less horrifying, less gory, I think this is a good one to actually start with. and kind of set the bar low and then work your way up to those really gory, horrifying ones. So, I didn't say this before, but this is, this review was part of the month of Stephen Graham Jones, which was spearheaded by Amanda from the Reading and Writing Life. I've already done a review previously, so hopefully you already know about it from a previous video that I did if you haven't checked out all of the videos. I will leave a link down below of the playlist that Amanda has created with all of the videos up to this point, as of the day that you're watching this, as well as the future videos for the rest of the month of June. So, thank you so much, Amanda, for allowing me to take part in this. So, I obviously love Stephen Graham Jones, and this was the perfect thing for me to join in on. So, George?